Indiana hot. Buy you some.
The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is coming to Truist Park July 11th through 15th. Find all the details at braves.com/all-star game.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on terror. Veterans bring excellence through our work ethic, skills, and civic duty. However, transitioning to civilian life can be difficult, as we all share a loss of purpose when leaving the military. Returning veterans have earned and deserve our support so they can thrive on their journey home. The Warrior Alliance understands the challenge and is helping warriors navigate to success after service. Join us in changing thousands of lives for the better. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members in Afghanistan. From then, I immediately founded 13 Heroes for a way to give back to the families who lost their loved ones. 13 Heroes is a premium, award-winning line of spirits with the purest and smoothest liquid on the market. Please help turn tragedy into legacy by picking up a bottle of 13 Heroes at your local bottle shop or visit 13heroes.com. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Braves fans, you know the power of a strong arm on the mound, in the field, and especially after you've been hurt. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. After an accident, bills pile up, your stress goes up, and it feels like you're throwing nothing but curveballs. Let us go to bat for you. Our team will fight to get you the medical care you need and the money you deserve. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy & Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Back in Denver, we've got ourselves a gorgeous day for baseball. Braves and the Rockies in the final game of this series. 68 degrees, lots of Colorado sunshine, and the Rockies have fanned out defensively. Want to remind you that Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at TireDiscounters.com/Braves. Braves coming out of the third base dugout wearing their traveling gray uniforms. Gray tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals, outlined in navy. Atlanta across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. And the Rockies wearing their home white tops, white pants with the purple pinstripes, black numerals and lettering outlined in silver, and Rockies across the chest of their white uniforms. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES. That'll get you $50 instantly when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. The quartet of umpires has Alex Tosi behind the plate calling balls and strikes. The crew chief is Ron Culpa. He's at first base today. Corey Blazer, the second base umpire. Manny Gonzalez, the third base umpire. Umpires in their gray trousers and the black tops. Here's the leather for Colorado. At first base, Michael Tolia. Second baseman is Ariel Amador. Shortstop is Alan Trejo, and Ryan McMahon is at third base. In the outfield for the Rockies, Jordan Beck is in left, Brenton Doyle in center, Sean Bouchard in right field, Jacob Stallings, the veteran catcher, and on the mound, the rookie right-hander, Chase Dolander. 6'2", 200 pounds. He's a Georgia boy. He's from Evans, Georgia. 23-year-old right-hander. Went to Greenbrier High School there in Evans, right outside Augusta. Started his collegiate career at Georgia Southern and transferred to the University of Tennessee, where he was the 2022 SEC Pitcher of the Year, former 9th overall pick of the Rockies in 2023, and a guy that has got a big arm, Darren, but has given up lots of home runs. So we'll see how that plays out for the Braves today.
Yeah, we sure will. It's going to be interesting to see. You mentioned he's the 9th pick in the draft, so you've got a pretty good idea. He throws hard, and he does average the 3rd fastest velocity on four-seam fastballs in the league for any starters.
Well, he's ready. So is Michael Harris. Final game of this series. And now for the ball game. And the first pitch swung on, and a towering fly ball ascending out towards left field to the warning track back, and he's out there for the out. Well, just like that, we thought that the Braves might have hit their first home run of the entire series, but not quite enough for Michael Harris. This ball game starting at 1:11 Mountain Time, 3:11 back at Atlanta. And the time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. Here's Austin Riley, who's who's 3 for 10 in the series. And Austin takes a ball outside. Talking about Chase Dollander, Dollander. He's 1-3 this season with a 7.91 ERA. This is his 5th start of the year. 1-0 pitch, a little bit low and outside to Riley. That last outing on the 24th for Dollander, that was against the Royals, went 4 2/3 of an inning, gave up 5 runs on 7 hits, and did not allow a homer, which was news for him. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Austin Riley, and a ground ball foul down the left field line. And Darren, that's the only start all season that he hasn't given up any home runs.
Yeah, pretty amazing. He's got a habit of getting a new baseball from the umpire here a lot early in his career. He's only 4 games into his career, so he's still trying to figure out. Obviously, he has a great arm. Fastball sits right at 98.
2-1 to Riley, and a ground ball out to third. That'll be backhanded by McMahon. Long throw across the diamond. That's in time for the out and 2 down. What are these Braves hitters going to see from him?
Yeah, it's the fastball upper 90s. It's a good heater, but 7 of those 8 home runs he's allowed have come on that 4-seamer, which is a whopping number considering he's only pitched 20 innings. Also, as a cutter, curveball is probably his best swing and miss pitch besides his fastball. And then occasional changeup, which he just threw one to Riley there. It was surprising, right on right changeup right out of the gate.
2 up, 2 down here in a scoreless top of the first inning for Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna takes a ball inside. I mentioned that he did not give up any home runs in that last outing. The start prior, which was against Washington, allowed 4 home runs in 4 innings. It's like a home run derby that day versus the Nationals. 1-0 to Ozuna. Zips over for a called strike, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Dollander seeing the Braves for the first time in his career. There's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Ozuna. Missed inside with a curveball. It's not just the home runs that have plagued him. You look at his whip, lots of base runners, a whip of 1.707. So he's been out of the stretch a lot. A little breeze swirling in the ballpark, blowing out towards left field, really into that corner and left. 2-1 to Ozuna, high and outside, 3 balls and a strike.
When Dollander was in college at Tennessee, he'd probably just throw 98, 99 by guys. But at this level, these guys see 98 almost every day. So they're used to hitting it. So it's got to have some great movement, or it's got to be located well at this level.
Now time called. Home plate umpire Alex Tosi. He held up his hand to say time. Now he's back behind the plate. Good to go now. And the 3-1. Ozuna with a ground ball out to McMahon at third base. He's got it cleanly. Sends it across the diamond. And that completes a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. So nothing doing for the Braves. We head to the bottom of the first. Braves nothing, and the Rockies coming up when we come back.
This is the story of...
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Ven y disfruta de un hervido gratis por tu cumpleaños en Hook and Reel. Válido con un mínimo de compra de 2 entradas, prueba de identificación y también es válido 3 días antes y 3 días después de tu cumpleaños. Situado en el Town East Parking Lot, East Kellogg.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it.
Mega Millions with bigger jackpots more often. And get to dreaming bigger. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
H. Cellini here. Your home of Braves baseball is The Fan, 680, 93.7 FM, and The Fan app. Cellini and Namino, 10 to 2 weekdays. Let's get you back to the game.
No score to the bottom of the first inning. Great to have you with us on a Wednesday afternoon from Denver alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. It'll be Brenton Doyle, Jordan Beck, and Ryan McMahon to the plate in the bottom of the first inning for the Rockies, and facing the lefty Chris Sale. First pitch on the way from the left-hander, fouled back. And a 0-1 count on Doyle. Well, for the Rockies lately, it has been a free fall. This is game number 30 for them. They've won 4 times. They're 4-25, and they have lost 16 of their last 17 games. 0-1 pitch. That'll miss high. And in that span, they've allowed 104 runs. That's over 6 runs per game. And it's not going to get any easier for them. Rockies' next series against a team currently under 500 isn't until the first week of June. There's a slider for a call strike. So that's a steep climb for the Rockies, who have won just 4 times and lost 8 straight.
Boy, there's no end in sight for this club. I did get a chance to talk to some of the Rockies broadcasters today over a mediocre breakfast.
1-2 pitch on the way, popped up towards right field, over by the screen, and that is going to be caught by Matt Olson. How did he reach for that and find it? Able to go into foul ground right up against the sidewall and angling back into his left through the glove out and have just enough room to glove it.
Yeah, he must have gone 50 yards to catch that one. I mean, that's unbelievable. We shouldn't be surprised, though. Matt, thus far through the season, has been the very best first baseman in the league in a lot of categories. So Matt's getting back to his Gold Glove ways over there at first.
Terrific play by Olson. Here's Jordan Beck. Offering on the way from Sale. The swing and a miss. The leather for Atlanta. Matt Olson, as I just mentioned, at first base. Ozzie Albies at second. Nick Allen, the shortstop. And Austin Riley is at third base. In the outfield for the Braves, Eli White's in left today. Michael Harris in center. Eddie Rosario is in right field. 3/4 swing on a slider, and Beck couldn't find it. An 0-2 count. Braves catcher is Drake Baldwin, and on the mound, the 36-year-old left-hander Chris Sale. He's 6'6", or rather, he's 6'6", 180 pounds. Lefty out of Lakeland, Florida, making his 7th start of the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, didn't go after the slider. And a 1-2 count. Sale 1-2 this year, a 5.40 ERA, coming off a win in his last outing against the Diamondbacks, as he went 5 innings, giving up 1 run. 1-2 pitch, popped up, sent foul. I know one thing that he'd like to do today, outside of just winning, Darren, would be to go more than 5 innings. He hasn't reached the 6th inning all year.
Yeah, that's something Chris really takes pride in, is getting deep in that game. He's just really been kind of inefficient with his pitches. You know, last game he threw 104 pitches in just 5 innings.
1-2 to Beck, and a swing and a miss. Good slider breaking in under his hands. There's his first strikeout of the game.
He's off to a good start. He has faced some really good lineups thus far through the season. Some really patient lineups that make you work, make you throw a lot of pitches, a lot of foul balls. This young Rockies lineup is might be a little different story. They do lead the league in strikeouts with 300. So Chris loves to strike people out. He might be in tune for a good day here.
Ryan McMahon takes a called strike. By the way, with that strikeout, Chris Sale 49 strikeouts away from 2,500 for his career. 0-1 on Ryan McMahon. And McMahon takes a called strike. For McMahon, he probably feels like he hasn't had a base hit in several seasons. He's 0 for his last 31. And it has been a really rough start for McMahon this year. Takes a ball low and outside. He's trying to stay away from what would be a dubious record to set today. Mentioned that McMahon is 0 for his last 31. And that's closing in on the franchise mark for the longest consecutive hitless streak by a Rocky. 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 3. A slider gets McMahon. He's 0 for his last 32. And he's one more at bat away from tying that
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Ven y disfruta de un cumpleaños gratis en Hook and Reel. Válido solo con una compra mínima de 2 platos principales. Prueba de identificación y también válido 3 días antes y 3 días después del cumpleaños. Ubicado en el estacionamiento este de Town East.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it.
See all their tractors online at yanmartractor.com. That's yanmartractor.com.
Hey Braves fans, Finn here reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins us inside the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Both pitchers out to a good start. Chris Sale had a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning with 2 strikeouts. Chase Dollander, the rookie, had a 1-2-3 top of the inning. And he goes to work versus Matt Olson, who leads it off in the top of the second for the Braves. First pitch on the way from Dollander. And there's a called strike. It's been an outstanding road trip for the Braves. They have gone 4-1 on this road trip and outscored their opponents by 14 runs over these last 5 games. 0-1 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. Matt sends one back and foul just to our left. But the number that really jumps off the page is what the Braves have done with runners in scoring position on this road trip. They're 24 for 70. That's a .343 average with runners in scoring position. And that is a drastic change from where the Braves were a few weeks ago. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Olson. He'll take one high and outside. And for the Braves, no home runs over their last 31 innings. That covers 147 plate appearances. Last homer was Eli White's homer off the foul pole in Arizona on Saturday. They keep winning. 1-2 to Olson, misses inside.
Yeah, I don't think the Braves would be too upset about that lack of home runs. It's been a hit parade since then. You'll take it. 14 hits the last 2 games each.
There's the 2-2 to Olson. Inside 3-2. Yeah, altogether this road trip, Darren, 59 hits and 19 for extra bases.
It's been fun to watch. You know, you could really get used to it and hope it continues the rest of the season.
3-2 on Matt Olson. He leads it off in the top of the second. Pitch from Dollander, and he whacks one high in the air to deep right field. Heading back to the wall, a leap into the air, and that catch is made by Sean Bouchard. To be quite honest, it looked like he jumped a little bit too early, but it was in the air long enough to get leather on it and rob Matt Olson.
Yeah, he had some good hang time out there on the warning track.
First time we've seen Bouchard in this series. And a solid brand of defense out in right field for Bouchard. Here's Ozzie Albies. First pitch to Ozzie, and he swings and sends one foul. By the way, this is the top of the second, and all season long in the second inning, if the Braves steal a base, you'll have a chance to win at least $50 in free Marathon gas cards, and you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. No score, top of the second. 0-1 to Ozzie, off the mid of Stallings into the backstop at a 1-1 count. Ozzie 3 for 9 in the series. Waiting on the pitch from the right-hander Dollander. A swing and a miss. Good change up that time. Braves seeing Dollander for the first time, so getting a good look at his entire arsenal. 1-2 pitch. This time with a fastball. So his heater's 98, 99, and that changeup's about 88, 89.
Yeah, it certainly is a live arm. He looks good. Looks like a pretty good delivery, pretty smooth.
2-2 to Albies. That'll be swung on and missed. Got a curveball by him.
And even at this high altitude, that curveball has some nice break on it. You know, Matt Olson's fly ball to the warning track and right was on a curveball. But, yeah, you can tell why the Rockies are excited about him. Their #1 prospect. And, 98-mile-an-hour average fastball for a starter, that's nothing to shake a stick at.
And he's showing the Braves the entire catalog here early. 2 down for Eli White. Eli takes a ball low. Mentioned earlier that Eli has smacked an extra base hit in 6 consecutive games. He has really been surging at the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Eli White. That'll be swung on and missed. And while we've seen him here and there, I feel like it really started for him when he hit that big home run against the Cardinals final day of the last homestand. That's been a springboard for him. Well, he's been hotter than a branding iron this entire road trip. That'll be swung on and missed. Good curveball through the front door.
Yeah, for a guy, he's been in the league for a little while, but he's never really gotten consistent playing time. A big late-game home run like that, it just gives you so much confidence. Now he's going out there every day just letting his talent work instead of worrying about it.
1-2 to White. Swung on, miss. Curveball got him. That's a really good pitch for Chase Dollander. He comes away with a couple of strikeouts. 6 up and 6 down for him. We go to the bottom.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Ven y disfruta de un cumpleaños gratis en Hook and Reel. Válido solo con una compra mínima de 2 platos principales. Prueba de identificación y también válido 3 días antes y 3 días después del cumpleaños. Ubicado en el estacionamiento este de Town East.
Will you be okay for the show Saturday?
Yep. Look, ZocDoc has a ton of in-network doctors who can see me this week.
This week?
Reviews say Dr. Okami has a great bedside manner. Or Dr. Stafford. Patients say he never rushes appointments and has an opening today.
You should rush to his office.
And booked.
Now I need ZocDoc to find an ear doctor. You've got options.
Being there in person. Win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour of Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Good crowd on a Wednesday afternoon here in Denver. No score into the bottom of the second. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you from Coors Field. It'll be Goodman, Tolia, and Bouchard here in the bottom of the second versus Chris Sale. Lefty Sale back to work. Pitch will miss inside. In the first inning, you and I are talking about the struggles the Rockies have had. This has felt like an avalanche upon them as they have won just 4 games in their first 29. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way to Hunter Goodman. And Goodman with a bouncer up the middle. That finds daylight, and a base hit into center field for him. He's now 4 for 9 in the series with a homer and leads off the inning with a single. But I know you got fully up to speed on what some of the broadcasters for the Rockies were saying about their team.
I did over a breakfast. It's about as good as the Rockies play here this year. Just talking about, everybody knows about the White Sox last year. Set a new Major League record for losses. 121 losses, 41 wins. And there's only 31 teams, there's 30 teams in this league, and the Rockies are 28th to 30th in just about every category that matters. 30th in runs, 30th in strikeouts.
Pitch on the way to Tolia, called strike.
And so we were talking to a friend on the other broadcast team. I'm not going to sell him out, but he thinks this team is the worst team of all time. And he watches them every day.
They've only been playing 1 month.
Right.
Well, that's quite the impression to make on him in 1 month. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ball inside.
And the thing we settled on to be, to push them over the edge of being worse than the White Sox is their defense. They're one of the worst defensive teams. They're young, athletic. They should be able to play defense. They're just not doing it.
1-1 to Tolia. Hard hit ball down the left field line. That's in for a base hit. That rolls all the way to the base of the left field wall. To the bag at third, Goodman. He gets a stop sign there as the Braves hit the cutoff man. It's a double by Michael Tolia as he hooked one down the left field line all the way into the corner. That puts 2 men in scoring position. That puts the bat in the hands of Sean Bouchard. The Rockies have scored early runs versus the Braves in this series. They had a 3-0 lead at the end of game one. At the end of the first inning, I should say, in game one. And they picked up a run in the second inning last night. And now they are threatening after the double by Tolia. Here's Bouchard. No score, bottom of the second. And the pitch on the way from Sale. Sky down the right field line, slicing foul and out of play. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. The official hot sauce of the Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. I think your breakfast could have used some Louisiana hot sauce.
A lot of it.
Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Bouchard. And a called strike. Fastball in the upper reaches of the zone in the inside corner.
Something I said to you during the break was it feels like we're going to have a real baseball game today here because the last 2 days, pretty comfortable wins for the Braves. But this Rockies team, they're hitting the ball pretty well thus far.
0-2 pitch. Adam is high.
And then they have their top prospect on the mound who's got great stuff. So the Braves have seen him yet, so there's some unfamiliarity there. And he's moving the ball around pretty nicely. Now, I will take the Braves in a good baseball game over the Rockies because of their defense.
1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Allen has it. He'll send it over to first base for the out. One down to the inning. Hunter Goodman scores. And it's now 1-0 Rockies on the ground out by Bouchard. And for Bouchard, his 6th RBI of the year. Michael Tolia stays put at second base. So again, an early lead for the Rockies. That'll bring Stallings up to the plate. Well, for this Braves lineup, I'll be curious to see what that second and third trip to the order looks like versus the rookie. There's the pitch on the way to Stallings. And there's a strike on the inside corner. But to this point, Chase Dollander, 6 up and 6 down. Meanwhile, the bats have given him an early 1-0 lead. Stallings 0 for 3 in the series. 0-1 pitch, check swing. He went after the slider. And an 0-2 count. With a loss today, the Rockies would join the 1988 Orioles as the only teams in the modern era, that's since 1900, to lose 26 of the first 30 games of a season. 0-2 pitch, a hack and a miss as Stallings is fanned on the slider. Third strikeout by Sale, 2 down in the inning. And the thing for the Rockies is, with each passing loss, you could probably throw out another nugget of information just like that. So they probably heard it all already. Yeah. They're just ready to find a way to win a ball game and flush it all away for 24 hours.
It's hard to believe they've only left the baseball field 4 times this year feeling good about their day's work.
Trejo takes a slider for a called strike.
They've played 29 games. Imagine if you were an accountant and you only had 4 good days out of 29.
Ooh, man.
You're getting fired.
Well, the Braves have as many wins this road trip as the Rockies have this entire season. 0-1 from Sale. He lunges and misses after the slider, 0-2. And that pitch is very lethal against these batters early.
Yeah, there's some aggressive Colorado hitters. And we talked about a lot of swing and miss in their lineup. So Chris Sale, veteran, crafty lefty veteran, knows how to pitch to that. A lot of back foot sliders to these righties.
0-2 pitch. Ground ball out to second. Ozzie a few strides to his left. Gloves and fires. There's out number 3. So Sale limits the damage to the 1 run. A run on 2 hits. No errors at a man left. We played 2. We head to the top of the
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Ven y disfruta de un hervido gratis por tu cumpleaños en Hook and Reel. Válido con un mínimo de compra de 2 entradas, prueba de identificación y también es válido 3 días antes y 3 días después de tu cumpleaños. Situado en el Townies Parking Lot, East Kellogg.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
7-8-9 due up with the Braves in the top of the 3rd inning. It's a 1-0 lead for the Rockies. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. It's a kids' day here at the ballpark. Lots of school kids here at the game today. Drake Baldwin leading off for the Braves on the first pitch in for a called strike. In fact, they had a science show prior to the game with robots and pyrotechnics and all sorts of things down there. The kids are going wild before the game. 0-1 to Baldwin. There's a ball inside.
Yeah, that was a cool show. I had a hard time focusing on my work here. Watching that robot dog prowl around the field.
There's a 1-1 pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. That'll be low. I heard somebody say that they estimated around 10,000 kids here today.
Wow.
And the upper tank is filled with them. And I think of the 3 games that we've seen here in this series, this will by far be the largest attendance of these 3. 2-1 to Baldwin. High and outside, 3-1. Yeah, that robot dog was something else.
Yeah, he was.
Picked up the baseball and took off with it.
He's part of the Denver police force here.
3-1. Let him is high and outside. Leadoff walk to Drake Baldwin.
Yeah, there's no bribing that dog with a pepperoni. Or if you're a criminal barricaded in a house and that thing comes around the corner, you're cooked. You think you could throw a sausage and run away to a normal dog, but not that guy.
Not that thing. There's Nick Allen. Boy, 7-8-9 in this series, and on this road trip for the Braves has been a source of production offensively, and looking for more of that in this one. Nick Allen shows bunt, sends one foul right back to the backstop. Folks, Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing of the plate. That's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. 1-0 Rockies, top of the 3rd. Here it is to Allen. He'll swing and send one foul over by the Braves dugout. Partly cloudy skies, some clouds off in the distance, but a clear canopy of blue right over the top of the ballpark. A lot of sunshine, day baseball. 0-2 pitch, slapped to the right side, a base hit into right field. So a walk to Baldwin and a single by Allen. And the Braves have something going with 2 men aboard and no one out.
Ben, I did a little digging into Nick Allen just because this is the best hitting season he's had of his career thus far, and it's pretty cool to see what he's doing. He's not swinging and missing a whole lot. He doesn't swing very hard. He's not trying to hit home runs. He's trying to do exactly what he did there, is hit ground balls to the right side and little line drives over the infielders, because he knows if he really squares one up, it's just going to be a fly ball.
First pitch to Eddie Rosario, misses low.
He might not quite have the juice to get it over the fence, and he's not trying to do that. And it's really refreshing. Just a lot of bat control, good at bats, working the opposing pitcher, and then making good contact where the fielders aren't.
He's been getting on base, and that's some good wheels to have over there. Rosario takes a ball high. Eddie had been with the Dodgers to begin this season. It was up for a little while when Shohei Ohtani was on paternity leave. But outside of that had been with their AAA affiliate. And now the Braves have grabbed him. Shade covers the field suddenly. And the 2-0 pitch on the way to Eddie Rosario. He swings and misses at a fastball up and in, 2-1. Of course, Rosario, a hero for the Braves in the 2021 World Series season. As he was the MVP of the NLCS. He's wearing number 9 now for the Braves. 8 was taken, obviously, by Alex Verdugo. And the 2-1 pitch. Eddie with a fly ball foul and into the seats out of play. Chatting with Snit before the game, we were talking about Rosario, and he said, look, more times than not, it's probably going to be pinch hit situations that get him into games. But at the same time, Alex Verdugo signed late. He never had a spring training. So the Braves are still building him up. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Rosario with a ground ball weakly out to first. Gloved by Tolia. He hits the brakes, steps on the bag, and they get the out over there at first base. Ball went over to third. Allen to second base. And back to the top of the order. But finishing that thought, Snit said, I thought it'd be a good day to give Verdugo a day off with another off day tomorrow as they continue to build him up. So that'd be 2 off days. And he said, look, if we're going to be sending Eddie Rosario in to pinch hit late in games, we need to get him some at-bats. So a good day to give him a start today.
Yeah, absolutely. That does make a lot of sense. You know, you want to let him get his feet under him. And this is the perfect day to get him out there in that lineup.
Michael Harris to the plate. First pitch to Michael. Soft grounder out to second base. On the other end, Amador. He's got it. Throws over to first base, but Michael ties the game with a ground out. And Michael picks up another RBI. We saw Harris with 3 RBIs yesterday. And then in game 1 of this series, 2 RBIs. So that's his 6th RBI this series and a 1-1 game here in the 3rd.
Yeah, it's not real sexy. He doesn't jump off the box score, but hey, it's productive. And that's the kind of stuff this Braves lineup has been doing so well these last 3 weeks.
Over to third base, Nick Allen. First pitch swinging and missing, Austin Riley. Base hit right here would give the Braves the lead. A 1-1 game in the 3rd. 0-1 to Riley. Sent foul. It bounced right behind Allen, the runner at third base.
And the other thing to consider on Verdugo not starting today, I saw a lot of questions on Twitter because he's been so hot with the bat. Well, we're playing at a mile high. And Verdugo, as you mentioned, didn't have a normal spring training. This is the biggest outfield in the game. He's been doing a lot of running the last 2 days at altitude.
0-2 to Riley, fouled back.
So, yeah, it just made a lot of sense. That once, you know, I was surprised to not see him in the lineup as well, but once I thought about it, it really does make a lot of sense.
Riley 3 for 11 in the series. 0-2 pitch, way outside. Good stop by Stallings. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Riley grounded out to third in the first inning, but late in the game last night came to the plate a couple of times with the runner at third and 2 down, drove in runs both times. Looking to do the same right here. 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss and a curveball for strike 3. And that ends the top of the 3rd inning. But the Braves tie the game. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa. Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week.
Don't miss Tom Glavine and his Hall of Fame Insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Turnoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
If you're just now tuning in, got a tie ball game. It's a one-game, one-run apiece for the Braves and the Rockies into the bottom of the third inning. Final game of this series. Nadia Amador up to the plate. Broken bat flare out towards shallow right field. Charging in, sliding, and Eddie Rosario can't come up with it. Are they going to say he got it?
He did.
He snagged it, and then the ball came out of there on the exchange. Now the Rockies are taking a peek at this. Bud Black is out on the warning track. Yeah, and he was able to make a feet-first slide and glove it. And then as he popped up off the ground, dropped the baseball.
Yeah, he was just trying to look cool. You know, flip the ball out of his glove when he stood up and get it to his throwing hand. And that was a great catch.
More of that good defense you're talking about. Brenton Doyle takes a slow slider for a strike. So Eli White makes some great plays defensively in right field first two games of the series. Eddie Rosario chiming in with a nice defensive play right there. Ball low, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Doyle, a rocket to deep left field. Eli White going back to the warning track, spins, and it's gone. That left at turbo speed over the left field wall. And for Doyle, his fourth home run of the year. And the Rockies back out in front 2-1.
Yeah, just a fastball middle that Doyle was able to get to. There's one thing that concerns you about Chris Sale's start to the season. It is that fastball. Hitters hitting .429 against his four-seamer this year. Last year, hitters hit just .270 off it. We know the slider is his best pitch, but he needs that fastball to be able to mix it up.
Here's Jordan Beck. He shows bunt. And Mister takes a strike. With that fastball, those numbers, is that a combination of location and velocity being down a tick?
Yeah, his first few starts, he was way down in velocity, so you're just not going to get away with as many mistakes.
Jordan Beck swings and misses at a slider.
And since then, the velocity's come back up, so he's only a little bit below his season average on that four-seamer, within half a mile an hour. Today, he has dropped a little bit, 92, 93 here. We've seen a 94 as well. So he's going to have to be a little more fine with the location of that if he doesn't have those velocity.
0-2 to Beck. That time lays off a slider.
And yeah, the location of it hasn't been great to start with. A little bit better last time out against Arizona. He used his four-seamer more than he has all season, and he got some nice results from it.
1-2 to Beck. Back to the slider. Back to another swing and miss. And he gets the strikeout, his fourth of the game. And two down here in the third inning for Ryan McMahon. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day and at Georgia Power. We know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. And we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save more energy for the game. Learn more at GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy. Rockies 2, Braves 1 as we're in the bottom of the third. And McMahon takes a front door slider for a strike.
And, talking about Sale, I'm not too concerned. He has typically been a slow starter. His ERA in March and April up near a 4.
0-1 low and outside.
And then all the other months, he's a 2.93. So, it takes him a little time to get going. I have no concerns about Chris Sale. I think he might not win the Cy Young again.
Sure.
But he will be a productive starting pitcher this season.
That's all the Braves need him to be. 1-1 to McMahon. Fouled back. We're giving you the numbers for McMahon. He holds an active streak of 32 hitless at-bats. Second longest hitless streak by a position player in franchise history. The longest, Desi Relaford, 33 at-bats in 2005. And a hitless at-bat here, and McMahon would tie that franchise mark. Ball outside, missed with a fastball. Altogether, McMahon 2 for his last 56. That is some hole he's been in. Here's the 2-2 from Sale. A swing and a miss for strike 3, and McMahon is 0 for his last 33 plate appearances. Home run by Doyle gives the Rockies the lead. We head to the top of the 4th. 2-1.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event.
Rockies 2, Braves 1 into the top of the 4th inning. It'll be 3-4-5 for Atlanta with Ozuna, Olsen, and Albies due up. Northside Hospital for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Ben and Darren with you. And the final game of the series. Ozuna 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. And he'll take a ball a little bit low and outside. Braves have won 18 of their last 22 games versus the Rockies. That goes back to the start of the 2022 season. Trailing 2-1 today. Ozuna takes a called strike. In that span, that's the best record for any National League team against another. Minimum of 10 games. So 18-4 against these guys the last few seasons. 1-1 pitch. Ozuna with a big vicious swing but a miss at a fastball. A 1-2 count. Chase Dollander, right-hander, kicks and fires the 1-2. There's a fly ball hit hard out to left field, but Jordan Beck over to his left makes the catch in deep left and 1 down. For Ozuna, he squared up some balls this series, but he's now 1 for 11. Coming in, you kind of figured he'd be the guy to hit 2 or 3 balls out of here, but there has not been a single Braves home run in this series, which is pretty remarkable for this stadium. Well, they've banged out 14 hits in each of the first 2 games. There's a called strike on Matt Olson. Oh, 1 pitch. Olson fouls one back. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
2-1 Rockies, top of the fourth. Bases empty, one down. Yeah, the 0-2 to Olsen. That'll miss outside. Here's a number for you, Darren, when it comes to going a handful of games without home runs in this ballpark. For the Braves, this is their 126th game at Coors Field since the Rockies were established in this ballpark. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Olsen pops one up. Shallow center field. Amador, Trejo, Doyle in the neighborhood. This will be Doyle's ball. But he squeezes out number 2. Atlanta has gone without a home run in 3 straight games at this venue just once in a single season. That was back in July of 2009.
Wow. Yeah, the ball flies here. That is a bit shocking. But a lot of production inside the walls here the last 2 nights.
That's for sure. I think that's the most encouraging thing about it all, that you don't have to rely on the long ball to score runs and win games. There's a ball outside.
And a big part of that, you mentioned it already, is them hitting with runners in scoring position. I think that was the biggest gripe with the Braves offense in 2024. Gone a long way to correct that this year.
Here's the 1-0 to Albies. He swings and misses on a high fastball. Right-hander Dolander squares his shoulders up to his target, Jacob Stallings. Wind up in the 1-1 pitch. Ozzie pops one up on the infield. Shortstop Alan Trejo calling everyone off. And that ball is caught by their shortstop for a 1-2-3 top of the 4th inning. So nothing happening for the Braves. We go to the bottom.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it.
This is John Michaels. Don't miss Atlanta Braves Today and your chance to win a pair of Braves tickets every weekday morning on The Locker Room during our 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Ben Darren and Jay Chad with you from Denver. It's a 2-1 lead for the Rockies. They'll send up Goodman, Tolia, and Bouchard in the bottom of the 4th. And it's the Tidal Wave Auto Spy inning. First pitch on the way from Chris Sale. Registers a called strike. Tidal Wave Auto Spy is making Braves country clean car country all season long. And if the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning today, Tidal Wave will offer half off the Best Wash membership tomorrow. And to learn more, visit TidalWave.com/Braves. That'll be found back. TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. That's their website. Check them out. And hopefully a clean bottom of the 4th by Chris Sale. Hunter Goodman down 0-2. He singled and scored in the 2nd inning. Goodman from Arlington, Tennessee. Here's the 0-2 pitch. None of us low it inside. This guy played 3 seasons at Memphis. And now with the Rockies, former 4th-round pick of the Rockies in 2021 out of Memphis. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Goodman. Low and inside, 2-2. You know, for Goodman, he's only 25 years old. He's got a good veteran catcher to learn from in Stallings, doesn't he?
He sure does. Yeah, Stallings really good defensively. Framing, we saw him getting some work on blocking in the first game of the series. Took one in the neck, so didn't play last night. But yes, definitely a good mentor.
Here's the 2-2. Goodman swings and tips one into the mid for strike 3. That time a fastball from Sale is his weapon of choice. 6 strikeouts for Sale.
Yeah, that's Chris's first strikeout on a fastball here today. The other 5 all coming on the slider. That's an encouraging sign that he's able to get a swing and miss on that beautifully located down and away heater.
Bases empty. 1 down from Michael Tolia. He's doubled in this game. Takes a called strike. Michael Tolia is actually one of 3 Rockies that were teammates in college at UCLA. There's the 0-1 pitch. There's ball outside. Yeah, Jake Bird, Michael Tolia, and Sean Bouchard, all on the roster for the Rockies, were all collegiate teammates at UCLA. So I guess the Rockies had that area scouted pretty well. 1-1 to Tolia. Slider inside. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's interesting because today's starting pitcher, Chase Dolander's Tennessee guy, and we saw Seth Halverson last night was his teammate at Tennessee.
Yeah.
And there's another Tennessee Vol on this roster. Got to figure out who that was.
There's the 2-1. That's in for a called strike. I believe it was Jordan Beck.
It was Jordan Beck. That's who it was. So Rockies must be targeting, college players from big schools.
Right.
In the draft recently.
So they got 3 Bruins and 3 Volunteers.
That's right.
All on their roster. Here's the 2-2 on the way to Tolia. He skies one to right. Eddie Rosario fighting the sunshine, drifting under it, makes a 2-handed catch in deep right field. And 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rockies leading 2-1. They got an RBI ground out from this man, Sean Bouchard, for their first run in the 2nd inning. And then a solo homer by Brenton Doyle in the 3rd inning. Braves picked up a run on a ground out by Michael Harris to drive in Drake Baldwin. And that is where we stand. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Rockies, 1 run on 1 hit for the Braves. Offering from Sale. Check swing on a slider, and he committed 0-1. Bouchard, 28 years old, from the San Diego area. 0-1 pitch. Huge wave and a miss at a slider. Tell you what, one more just like that might just take care of him. Slider's been very good by Sale today. And, in fact, for the last 15 years for Sale. Such a good pitch. 0-2. Made him look foolish there. A slider gets Bouchard on what might be his ugliest swing of the season at this point. Down they go, 1-2-3. We go to the top of the 5th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Rockies.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa. We'll see you on May 21st.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation.
For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a Farrah fight. Fair and fair.
2 Braves 1 entering the top of the 5th inning. Chris Sale just finished up a 1-2-3 bottom of the 4th inning. Had a couple of strikeouts that frame. He's got 7 strikeouts for the game. And that clean bottom of the 4th means that tomorrow is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Here's Eli White to lead it off for the Braves in the top of the 5th. Chase Dollander, rookie right-hander, brings his first pitch and a fastball for a called strike. Stop by tomorrow. Get half off the best wash membership that Tidal Wave offers for the first month. Braves country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. All right, the 0-1 pitch on the way, and Eli swings and misses, tied up with a heater. And not only has that fastball been good by Dollander, Darren, he's had some really good locations with that pitches to the righties.
Yeah, he really has. He's doing a nice job keeping it up in the zone. And that 97-98 plays up a little bit here because of the thin air, so it seems a little faster to those hitters.
Here's the 0-2 to Eli White. Eli is able to send one in the air to right field. That's down for a base hit. 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and he looped it over the right side of the infield and a leadoff single.
And the difference there was that fastball was just a little bit farther down in the strike zone, so Eli able to get some torpedo lumber on it.
I'd say that torpedo bat has served him well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, he's hot, man. It's fun watching him play every day.
1 on for Drake Baldwin. Drake takes the ball high. I'll tell you another good thing about Eli White and the hot streak that he's been on. We mentioned that he's got an extra base hit in 6 straight games. Is that when you get him on base, you have those wheels aboard.
Yeah. Only has 1 stolen base this season. A bit surprising when you look at the totals.
1-0 pitch. Baldwin sends one foul over into the Braves dugout.
Wouldn't be surprised to see number 2 here today. Jacob Stallings is a good catcher. Doesn't throw all that well anymore. Braves were able to steal a few bases on him in game 1 of this series.
Eli getting some grief from the Braves dugout. I'll tell you why in just a second. There he goes. 1-1 pitch, swung on miss, throw down to second by Stallings. Close play, and he's in there. Eli White with the steal. Using those wheels out there to snag a bag. He's in scoring position with no one out. His second steal. If you've watched the Braves this season, they have a base hit celebration. That piece up, A-Town down hand sign. And Eli forgot to do it. When he got that single, the dugout was saying, where's our celebration sign? There's a pop-up straight up the chute. Stallings, the catcher, drifting to his left, makes the catch in the batter's circle. And 1 down.
Yeah, I didn't see who it was, but I'm going to guess Orlando Arcia was leading the grief committee.
Well, and Eli's all business. You really even see him smile.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, my bad. I forgot the celebration hand sign. He's in scoring position for Nick Allen. Nick singled back in the 3rd inning. Braves trailing by a run. Pitch from Dollander. Swung on miss. Curveball low and outside. Allen's got his average up to 300 after that single back in the 3rd inning. He'll swing and sting one out to third. Diving stop by McMahon. Up with it. Throws to first base. Terrific play. And that saves a run. Good hustle by Eli White after McMahon cut it loose across the diamond. Eli took off for third. So he's at third base with 2 down. But that was a run-saving play by McMahon.
We talked about the Rockies being 28th in fielding percentage in the major leagues, but he's been doing his part over there at the hot corner. McMahon's made 3 or 4 really, really good plays this series.
Now 2 down for Eddie Rosario, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Eli White at third. Pitch to Rosario, and he'll swing and hit one weakly out to first. Taken on 2 bounces by Tolia. Steps on the bag. There's out number 3. And the Braves strand a runner at third base. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. Go to the bottom of the fifth inning, 2-1 Rockies.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa. We'll see you on May 21st.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a fair fight. Fair and fair.
7. Join me for the new Buck Belue Show here on the Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Tight ball game into the bottom of the fifth inning. Rockies 2, Braves 1. And it's 7-8-9 coming up with the Rockies, starting with Jacob Stallings. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Sale back to work. Missed with a first pitch slider to the Rockies catcher. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you from Denver for the final game of this series. Braves looking for a sweep. 1-0 to Stallings. Swung on and tipped into the mitt to even the count up at 1. Jacob Stallings, 35 years old, Gold Glove catcher, son of Kevin Stallings. 1-1 sent foul. His dad, a college basketball coach for 25 seasons with Vanderbilt and Pitt and Illinois State. Had a good career coaching on the hardwood, and his son Jacob taking the baseball route, and he's had a good career himself. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way from Sale. That'll miss high. Stallings at 6'5". He probably had a decision to make between basketball and baseball.
He looks like a ball player. I don't know if I'd play him in horse.
2-2 from Sale. Ground ball hugging the line at third and foul. Do it again with a 2-2 count. It's a big catcher at 6'5".
We had a basketball hoop in Baltimore that a lot of the pitchers would frequent during batting practice to avoid shag and fly balls. We'd go over and shoot hoops down in the tunnel.
Here's the 2-2. Low inside with a slider.
So there were some high-stakes horse games happening there in the innards of Camden Yards.
Were you better at horse or ping pong?
Ping pong, no question.
Here's a 3-2 to Stallings. Line drive past a lunging Nick Allen and a base hit into left field. It's a leadoff single for him. I mean, if you're breaking down sports and games and things like that, would you say that you're an even better ping pong player than pitcher?
No. I
mean, because you've talked about your ping pong game like you're just an absolute ace.
Yeah, I was.
And not to take anything away from your baseball career. But.
No, I learned very quickly. The correct term is table tennis, Ben. Let's just get that out of the way, okay? It's not ping pong. I learned there's levels to that sport as well.
Well, Trejo takes the ball outside.
The under-18 men's USA ping pong team trains nearby Baltimore, and they came to visit us in the locker room. I got beat by an 8-year-old.
Come on.
At the top of my game. The best I ever was at table tennis. He smoked me.
1-0 to Trejo. That'll be sent foul.
Now, he was the best 8-year-old in the nation and soon became the best under-18 player in the USA. So, yeah, there's levels to it, buddy. It's just like everything else. You think you're good until you find somebody that's really good at it.
An 8-year-old kid comes by and steals your lunch.
Could barely see over the table. I think I scored 3 points off him, then he blanked me the rest of the way.
There's a 1-1 to Trejo to swing and a miss. I mean, at first you're thinking, okay, yeah, maybe he's number 1, but he's 8. Maybe I take it easy on this guy.
No.
And then he showed you quickly.
I was trying, man, and he absolutely embarrassed me.
1-2 to Trejo. Ground ball right back to Chris. Goes to second. There's one. Ozzie wings it to first. There's 2. That's a 1-4-3 double play in the first turn by the Braves today. Nicely turned by Chris Sale. Make that the Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. Two down for Ariel Amador. First pitch slider in for a called strike. It was a swift one-hopper right back to Sale. Very well played. 0-1 to Amador. And he'll pop one up into right field. Charging in now Rosario. A sliding catch. His second sliding catch of the game. And that is out number 3. Really good defense by the Braves in the bottom of the 5th. Nothing happening.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa. We'll see you on May 21st.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it.
Into the top of the 6th inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Braves. Folks, did you know that the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? Like a double play for your mouth, that's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 2-1 Rockies into the top of the 6th inning. Pitch on the way to Michael Harris, and he takes the first pitch strike. Folks, in between the break there, I think I've poked the bear with Darren O'Day. Well, you got to thinking about losing that 8-year-old again, and it's not sitting right with you. There's a ball outside, 1-1. What you just told me was you said we had the best collection of Major League Baseball players who are the best table tennis players in the history of the game. There's a 1-1 pitch fouled back.
Yeah, I feel pretty secure in saying that. I mean, we played too much. I got carpal tunnel that season because we were playing so much table tennis. Yeah. We'd get to the park early, play all the way up till game time, go to each other's houses at night and play. It was a problem. It became a problem. So we got pretty good at it as a result.
There's a 1-2 pitch on the way to Michael Harris. Michael fouls one back. So how did the whole invite come with bringing in the table tennis team? You guys just felt you were good enough and said, hey, let's bring in some professionals?
Yeah, the national team coach was a big Orioles fan, and he heard that J.J. Hardy was a good player, and JJ was like the final boss, man. Like, you didn't get to play him every day. He only got to the table when somebody had been anointed the challenger, you know?
Right.
So he brought his kids in to play JJ and the rest of us.
1-2 to Michael Harris, low and inside.
And it was a bloodbath. I mean, we got humbled real quick.
I just saw a switch flip during the break where you just were thinking about it again. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Harris strokes one in the air to center field. Coming on, Doyle lunges ahead and makes a lunging thigh-high catch. One down here in the 6th inning. By the way, this is the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And if the Braves hit a home run, Rick Jenkins in Woodstock, Georgia will win $2,350. And if you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. One down for Austin Riley. Braves down 2-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch to Riley, low and outside. So in that group, where would you say you ranked?
At one point, I was the second best player in the clubhouse after JJ. I did beat JJ one time, and it was kind of a sneak attack by me. I'll explain here in a minute.
There's a 1-0 to Riley. That misses high.
So after that pro team, or the men's national team came in, I'm stuck in Maryland in the winter. You can't golf, can't fish. Those were my two main hobbies at the time because it's too cold. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take some table tennis lessons.
There's the 2-0 pitch to Austin Riley. That's low and outside. So you found a coach?
Yeah, the men's coach, the men's team coach. And I would go to take table tennis lessons weekly. And the better you get at that sport, the more it's an actual sport. I almost threw up in my first lesson because I was running all over the dang gym. It's a real sport once you get good at it.
There's the 3-0 pitch to Riley. Takes the ball inside. And a 1-out walk. So the table tennis coach gassed you the first day that he had you.
Yes, absolutely. So I took lessons the whole offseason. Didn't tell any of my teammates, right? And so I come to spring training the next year, and I beat all the usual characters, and I finally get that square off with the final boss, J.J. Hardy, and I beat him.
What do you think about that?
He proceeded to beat me 3 times in a row after that because I ambushed him with all the new skills I had found.
That'll be swung on miss. So you became a table tennis ninja in the offseason.
I did. Went as far as to buy the machine that shoots ping pong balls at you so you can practice on your own.
I'm sure Liz was really impressed. Here's the 0-1 to Ozuna. I know he said foul.
Yeah, maybe not like the coolest sport, I would say. Especially when there's 1,000 ping pong balls rolling around your floor at your house.
You had to be thinking, who did I marry?
Exactly. I get a little obsessive with things like that.
Rockies leading 2-1 in the top of the 6th. Austin Riley at first. Ozuna's 0 for 2. 0-2 pitch. He swings and lifts one down the right field line. May drop in, but foul. Right outside the line. 0-2 and Ozuna. Braves with 28 hits in the first 2 games of this series, but just 2 today versus the rookie Chase Dollander.
The Braves have been a victim of some bad luck. They have 4 outs in the outfield hit at over 96 miles an hour, just right at guys, including 104 mile an hour from Marcel in his last at bat.
Marcel down 0-2. Pitch on the way in the dirt, good stop by Stallings. That was a curveball down in front of the plate. Wrapping up the first month of the season, as this is the final day of April. Ozuna leading the league in on-base percentage coming into the action today. 1-2 pitch. That is a nasty curveball for strike 3. He gave up on it, and that darted over the inside corner. You know, the curveballs that Dollander has displayed today, that thing has to be at the top of the list.
Yeah, we talked about in the scouting report, that is his best strikeout off-speed pitch. Gets a lot of strikeouts with the fastballs as well, but that was a good one. Started right at Marcel's head and broke down into the zone for strike 3.
2 outs for Matt Olson. That takes a first pitch strike. Olsen has reached base safely in 17 consecutive games, but he's 0 for 2 in this one. Fly out to right, fly out to center. He's also scored 14 runs in that span. And 3 hits yesterday. 0-1 pitch, right on it, fouled back a fastball at 0-2 count. And a lot of that is because of what you're discussing last night with Olsen, kind of changing his bat path, a little bit flatter bat path and leading to more base hits, especially through the left side.
He's done a nice job making more contact this year, a lot more base hits coming his way.
And an 0-2 count. Dolander sends one up there and is fouled back.
Now, as a result, you might sacrifice some home runs. You know, Matt led the league in home runs 2 years ago with 53. He only has 4 this, we're about a month into the season. But I expect Matt to go on a homer binge here soon. He has that unique ability to really hit a bunch of them in a short period of time.
Down 0-2. 84th pitch of the game from Dolander. And that'll miss high. Well, the thing about this is where he hits in the order for me. Because you know the home runs are eventually going to come. And not that you need him to hit 50 every single year to have a good season. But if he's making more contact, batting cleanup, guys will be on base, that should lead to more RBI opportunities. Just more contact altogether. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Good eye, laid off a fastball. The count even at 2. This is the 3rd time he's faced Dolander here in this game, so he's seen the entire catalog. And looking for something that he can smash right here. Riley a lead at first. The 2-2 pitch. Outside ball 3.
Yeah, Matt, the average doesn't jump off the page, but he's been one of the unluckiest hitters in the league, including here today. He had a 103-mile-an-hour flyout that had an expected batting average of .820. And was a home run in 9 out of 30 parks. So he's hitting the ball hard, and eventually they're going to start falling for him, and you'll see that average climb.
Riley will take off here. There he goes. Payoff pitch. Outside ball 4. Second walk this inning by Dolander. And his 3rd allowed in the game. That puts the bat in the hands of Ozzie Albies, who's 0 for 2. And a base hit can tie the game right here. But first a visit to the mound by Darryl Scott, the pitching coach for the Rockies.
Chase Dolander, we talked about how he was their first-round pick a couple years ago. Really talented kid, but before today, he had a 10 ERA in this building. 9 innings pitched, 6 home runs. So he's made a nice adjustment here today. He's in a little bit of hot water. Hopefully Ozzie Albies can make him pay here, and Braves can get a couple runs in that run column.
Jake Bird now tossing for the Rockies in the bullpen. Well, that's the number that keeps coming to mind for me, because number one, you're playing in this ballpark, so it doesn't matter who's on the mound. You're thinking gappers, triples, home runs. And then you have the guy on the mound who's given up the most home runs in the league to this point, and you just keep thinking, well, eventually somebody's going to drill one out of here.
Yeah.
And he's kept him in the ballpark. Dolander trying to get through a jam here in the 6th inning. 2 down runners at first and second for Ozzie Albies. Right on left matchup. Pitch on the way to Ozzie, way outside. Ozzie using that slightly longer bat, batting from the left side, as we were telling you when we were in Arizona. Ozzie, the switch hitter, uses 2 different size of bats. 34.5 length when he bats left, and 34 when he bats right. And here in the middle of this sequence, here comes Bud Black. And now the trainer's going to come out, and they're going to be checking on Dolander. That last pitch missed badly, and they saw something that they did not like. Watching a replay of that last pitch, I mean, that was halfway across the right-hand batter's box. And then he looked down at his fingertips and shook his hand.
But he's a blister guy. You know, I never dealt with that problem because I didn't throw hard enough, but a lot of high-velocity guys really struggle with blisters, where a lot of times where the breaking ball leaves the finger. That last pitch to Ozzie was a curveball, and you could see him shake his hand after it. So, you know, when those blisters burst, they tend to bleed and gets really uncomfortable.
Well, he was looking at the middle finger of the pitching hand. Now they're going to let him take a few to the mitt.
I've seen other guys, Max Fried being one of them, when they release the pitch, their fingernail, their index finger will actually come over and cut their thumb. And you try to tell them, hey, stop doing that. You just can't. You've been throwing the same way your whole life. So you trim your nail way back. Max really struggled with blisters early in his career and got it figured out later on. But it can be a real problem for hard throwers in this league.
Well, you just mentioned that last pitch was a curve. And by the way, they're going to take Dolander out of the game, and I don't think he likes it at all. He's facing the Braves. He grew up in Georgia. He's got a 2-1 lead, and he wants to compete and continue in this game, but he's going to come out with the blister. And I'm going to let you answer that question when we come back, because I want to know if it's specifically the curveball for Max, like this was.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. By
But all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because every time the Braves hit a homer, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignments. And free oil changes. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Top of the 6th here in Denver, we got 2 down, and Ozzie Albies has a 1-0 count. Chase Dolander was pulled from the game with likely blister, bleeding, some sort of cut issue on his fingers. And his day is done after 5 2/3 innings pitched. He is responsible for the 2 runners on first and second in Olsen and Riley. On to relieve him, right-hander Jake Bird. We saw Jake Bird, game 1 of the series, pretty nasty. He's got a 1.02 ERA. Got a really nice sweepy slider he used to work out of a jam in game 1.
Ozzie Albies did not face Bird in game 1. Climbs in with a 1-0 count here. Braves down 2-1. Pitch to Ozzie. That'll miss outside. All right, we were talking about Max Fried. He had the blister issues when he was with the Braves and threw a ton of pitches, but he had a big curveball. Dolander comes out with what appears to be a blister, and it looked like it was the curveball that was causing that blister. There's the 2-0 pitch. Ozzie takes a called strike. So can any pitch give you a blister, or are there some that are more frequently the culprit for blisters?
Yeah, so when you think about blisters, it's the friction that causes them. So the curveball is usually the culprit for that.
2-1 pitch. Ozzie sends one foul on the right field line.
Because you're trying to manipulate and spin the ball. So the more friction you can create, the faster you can spin it, the more break you can get. So for Max, yes, it was mostly the curveball. You know, some guys get them just from fastballs, and I think early in Max's career he did have that. But usually it's those high spin pitches.
2-2 to Ozzie. He'll swing and foul one off.
So Dolander had a great curveball all day. This inning, he started missing with it. He missed way out of the zone with a few of them. It gets pretty painful. Even when you're throwing a fastball, that blood rush into the end of your fingertips does hurt.
Ozzie awaits the 2-2 as Bird comes set right at the belly. Runners at first and second. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Got a sinker by him, and that strikeout into the top of the 6th inning. So the Braves denied. A couple of walks don't hurt the Rockies. We go to...
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
we've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa. We'll see you on May 21st.
As a business owner, it's important to keep your business connected. Spectrum Business is committed to keeping your business online whenever and wherever you need us, all backed by the Spectrum Commitment. Get fast, reliable internet starting at $40 per month when bundled, or level up your internet speed and get a 3-year price guarantee. Learn how Spectrum Business can help your business stay connected at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Xfinity Internet required access speed variant.
Hi, I'm Dan Watkins. All Four Seasons garage, entry doors.
It's time to ask yourself, RV there yet? With unbeatable deals on the RV of your dreams, Lazy Days RV can help you roll into adventure no matter where the road takes you. And with payments as low as $4 a day, your next trip is more affordable than ever. Hitch onto huge savings with travel trailers and fifth wheels built for the long haul. More of a driver than a tower? Hit the gas on big discount.
On into the bottom of the 6th inning. Alongside the great table tennis legend Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. Bryn Doyle leading it off with the Rockies. He's 1 for 2 with a home run. And the pitch to Doyle. Slider misses low. First time all year that Sale has made it into the 6th inning.
Yeah, Sale's been attacking the strike zone today. Very frugal. That just his 68th pitch of the game there. Last time out against Diamondbacks took him 106 to go 5 innings.
1-0 to Doyle. Strike. Got the slider over the outside corner.
You know, he pitched well against Diamondbacks, just 1 earned run in 5 innings, but a lot of waste pitches, so a lot of pitches not even near the strike zone. A lot less of those here today.
Is 1-1 to Brenton Doyle. Ground ball foul over by the Braves dugout. Doyle very impressive. 26 years old, couple of gold gloves on his mantle to this point in his career. Out of Division II Shepherd University in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. 1-2 pitch, will miss outside. He's the 3rd player in history to be drafted out of Shepherd University and the only one to make it to the big leagues. So he has made them very proud there in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way from Sale to Brenton Doyle. Line drive foul on the left field line. Doyle, the Gold Glove winner in center field in the last 2 seasons. You think about Michael Harris. We've had many conversations about how Michael's capable of winning a Gold Glove in center field for the Braves. This might be his top competition right here in Doyle. 2-2 pitch, a high fly ball to deep center field. Michael Harris going back. It's over his head, and that bounces up against the center field wall. And Brenton Doyle into second base with a double. That's his 2nd extra base hit of the game. That was zapped out there to the wall.
Just a slider up in the zone from Chris Sale. I don't think anybody's catching that one.
No.
Even if Doyle could be out there himself in center field. That's a deep part of the ballpark, and that was stung pretty well.
Yeah, 415 out there to straightaway center field. That came off Doyle's bat at 111 miles an hour, traveled 402 feet. Most of the times you hit at 402, it's a home run. Jordan Beck, the batter, sends one foul, banging up against the tarp. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Beck has been on base a lot lately. He's 0 for 2 in this game, however. 0-1 pitch, low and inside. Knocked down by Baldwin. Runner takes off. They throw down to third base. Riley has to knock it down, and it rolls across the grass just to his right. That was in the dirt, and Baldwin couldn't find it. And Doyle capitalized and took off for third base on the pitch down in the dirt. That'll be a wild pitch charge to Chris Sale. Now the infield comes in. Runner at third, no one out. Rockies trying to add on to their 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the sixth. 1-1 pitch and a strike. Good slider. Beck has reached base safely in 14 of his last 30 plate appearances. He's trying to drive in a run right here. Sale needs the strikeout. And now time called. The strikeout here would be the 8th of the day by Sale, which would match his season high. The 1-2 on the way. Have a seat. Lunge and a miss at a slider for strike 3. And that's the third time he struck out Jordan Beck swinging. 8 strikeouts now for Sale and 1 down for Ryan McMahon.
A really nice slider below the zone there for Sale. McMahon in the box now, also 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. So the right spot in the order for Chris to deal with a leadoff double.
Looking for another strikeout. First pitch on the way to McMahon. A swing and a miss at a first pitch slider. McMahon is the Rocky who lined one off of A.J. Smith-Shawver last night. And the good news today, chatting with Snit, A.J. seems to be all right today. 0-1 pitch way outside of the slider. Boy, that had some tilt on it. Situation like this can make you kind of nervous. I know that McMahon has been in a free fall, but eventually he's going to come out of it. Left on left matchup. Sale's 1-1 pitch. Tied him up. Check swing. That's tipped into the mid of Baldwin. That makes it a 1-2 count. Infield in, 1 down. Doyle takes his lead at third base. Sale ready to bring it. And he cuts loose the 1-2. Got him swinging, strike 3. Used the slider, back-to-back strikeouts. And now that is a new Rockies franchise record for consecutive hitless at-bats. Ryan McMahon is now 0 for his last 34. That breaks a record set back in 2005 by Desi Relaford for the longest hitless streak by a position player in franchise history. Offering on the way to Goodman. Strike. Good slider. That is such a tough stretch for McMahon. He's been colder than an Undertaker's handshake. 0-1 pitch fouled back.
You always have the best euphemisms, Ben.
Well, you can't drop that one for an 0 for 34. When can you?
Yeah, right. No, manager Bud Black not doing him any favors, batting him third in the lineup against a tough lefty like Chris Sale. And his confidence is probably at an all-time low.
Sale way ahead 0-2, and the pitch on the way to Goodman. In the dirt, good stop back there by Baldwin. Boy, give up a leadoff double and then a wild pitch to put a runner at third with no one out. That is quite the tightrope to strike out 3 men in a row. But Sale struck out Beck, he struck out McMahon, and a 1-2 count on Goodman. And Goodman is 1 for 2 with a single, and you guessed it, a strikeout. Sale ready. 1-2. Softly tapped out to third, now too short. Allen's got it. Quick trigger, fires across, makes the play. Nice job. And the Rockies are denied as they had the leadoff man aboard in scoring position. But Sale walking the tightrope.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event.
Fan app.
If your kid thinks, I'm not a math kid, think again. With Mathnasium, every kid can be a math kid. At our learning centers, we customize math instruction for each student, so advanced kids get challenged.
9 strikeouts, that's the season best, but the Braves only have 2 hits and 1 run. And Eli White there to lead it off. First pitch on the way from Bird will be sent foul. We gave you that number earlier about Eli White, an extra base hit in 6 straight games, and this will be a great time for one right here. 6, 7, 8 in the order for the Braves here in the top of the 7th. Alex Tulsi, the home plate umpire, takes out his broom and sweeps the plate clean. Here's the 0-1 on the way to Eli White. Eli pops one up, foul territory over by the Rockies dugout, and that'll become a souvenir. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. How are your calves today after that workout we had yesterday?
A little spicy. Yeah, the first step out of bed this morning reminded me that we got some good work in yesterday.
Yeah, we did. 0-2 on Eli White. Here's the pitch, and Eli fouls one back. You know, all the time I chat with fans who will say, tell us about some of these ballparks on the road. We want to go see the Braves on the road. And it's always good to catch a road series once a season or more. And this is one that I'd rank pretty high for fans who have not been to this ballpark yet. 0-2 low and outside, 1-2. And there's so many things to do outdoors in Denver. And like you and I and Jay Chad yesterday went over there to Red Rocks and concert venue, had a good workout and all sorts of outdoor activities here in the Denver area. 1-2 to White, the ground ball out to third. McMahon takes it off the second bounce, sends it across the diamond, 1 down. But it's never too early to plan your next Braves road trip, and maybe this is a stadium you check off on your list in seasons to come. Been a good stay for us here in Denver this year.
Yeah, I always love visiting the stadium. You know, all the unique factors you have at this altitude, and then you look out there and you can see the front range of the Rocky Mountains. Really a beautiful place to watch a game.
1 down for Drake Baldwin. Here it is from Bird. Baldwin hammers one, but out to short. Skidding out there to Trejo, up with it. Throws over to first base, 2 down. This was the last ballpark for you to check off on your list as a player?
It was. Yeah, it was my last one. I always seemed to miss coming here for some reason, and being in the American League for so long. Just never didn't get many chances to play here.
We were talking about Chris Sale earlier. This is the first time he's ever made a start in this building. There's Nick Allen, 2 down in the top of the 7th. Here's Johnson now warming up with the Braves in the bullpen. There's a called strike. Coming up between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. Allen swings and fouls one back. Yes, Sale in 2011 made 2 relief appearances here, which is crazy to think about him as a reliever. That's how he broke in. The 0-2 to Allen. Looked like a good pitch, but Bird doesn't get the call. All the Rockies are walking towards the dugout.
That was a real good pitch.
Alex Tossi likely missed one there. The Braves thankful for it. 1-2 to Allen, and he gets that by him. Swung on, missed. So Jake Bird strikes out Nick Allen, and the Braves go down in order in the top of the 7th, starting to run out of opportunities. We head to the bottom of the 7th.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this.
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Andersen. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.
Or visit arrowexterminators.com.
The official hotel partner of your Atlanta Braves, Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, is more than just a stay. We're your clubhouse, where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Hey, Braves fans, this is John Michaels reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins Finn, home team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
Rockies 2, Braves 1, entering the bottom of the 7th inning. And Chris Sale out there for his 7th inning of work, facing Michael Toglia, who's 1 for 2 with a double. First pitch from Sale. That time a frisbee slider swung on and missed. Handful of other ball games underway right now across Major League Baseball. Marlins trailing the Dodgers 4-3 in L.A. There's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be swung on, missed 0-2. How about Kike Hernandez pitching last night for the Dodgers?
He certainly has fun playing the game, man.
Wearing that protective helmet when he was on the mound. One final to this point across the major leagues. The Cardinals and the Cardinals and the Reds are playing a doubleheader today. Cardinals shut out the Reds 6-0 in Game 1, and they'll play the second game of that doubleheader tonight. 0-2, miss low. Tigers leading the Astros 7-4. Padres have a 2-0 lead over the Giants in the 3rd inning. And the Angels and Mariners tied at 2 in the top of the 3rd. Those scores are delivered to you by Saya LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. 1-2 on Toglia. Offering on the way from Sale. That'll miss outside. Sale 1 strike away from his 10th strikeout of the game. The 2-2. And a fly ball towards center. Michael Harris will give way to Eli White, who will make the catch out in left center field. And one down here in the 7th inning. Folks, did you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? They make it with peppers, vinegar, and salt, and the perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. One out in the 7th for Sean Bouchard. And a first pitch strike. Fastball 95.
Hey, you love to see that. Sale's fastball is down a little bit in velocity today, so he's really been leaning on that slider. Using it 62% of the time.
His 0-1 is high, and that's been the ticket for him today against this lineup. They've been going after it.
Yeah, we talked about how the Rockies, a lot of swing and miss, lead the major leagues in strikeouts, and Chris knows how to exploit that aggressiveness.
1-1 to Bouchard, misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. The Rockies scored 1 run in the second on a ground out by Sean Bouchard to drive in Hunter Goodman. They had a 1-0 lead at that point. Braves tie the game in the top of the third on a ground out by Michael Harris to drive in Drake Baldwin. 2-1 to Bouchard. Just wiped him out there with that slider to make it a 2-2 count. And then in the bottom of the third, the Rockies got a solo homer from Brenton Doyle, and that has been it. It's a 2-1 lead for the Rockies in the bottom of the seventh. On a day where the box score looks more like a game that might be played in Atlanta than Coors Field. There's a ground ball out to short. Allen's got it. No problem there. Sends a good bullet across for the out. 2 down. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Chris Sale has 2 1-2-3 innings at this point. Red looking for another one. Here's Jacob Stallings, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. First pitch fastball in for a strike. That one came in at 96. So a little bit of a tick up here.
Yeah, it looks like he sees the end coming. He's getting near 100 pitches, so he's emptying the tank.
A 1 from Sale. That'll miss high. Love one more strikeout, get to 10.
97 on that last fastball.
Already a season high for strikeouts for Sale with the 9 that he has today. 1-1 to Stallings. In tight. Just missed with a fastball.
So Chris has thrown 27 sliders today. 18 whiffs.
Wow.
Swinging and missing 2/3 of the time. That's astronomical whiff rate.
There's 2-1 to the plate. Slider. No whiff there, but he takes it for a strike. At 2-2 now on Stallings. Sale kicks and brings a 2-2. And he blows that by him. Fastball 94. Strikeout number 10 for Chris Sale. 7 very good innings. Now got to get him some run support. We go to the 8th. 2-1 Rockies.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in...
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event.
2 strikeouts. The new reliever is right-hander Seth Halverson. We saw him in the 8th inning last night. Eli White, leadoff double, is turned into a run when Austin Riley drove him in with 2 outs. See if we can get a run here to tie this game up. Halverson throws gas. He's already thrown 25 pitches this season, over 100 miles an hour, and actually recorded 47 of those pitches over 100 miles an hour last year.
Well, the 8th inning has been the magic inning this season for the Braves. It'll be 9-1-2 in the order, starting with Eddie Rosario. Eddie is 0 for 2 when he takes the first pitch strike. This season, the Braves have scored 31 runs in the 8th inning. That's through 29 games. There's not another inning where they've scored more than 16 runs in. 0-1 pitch swung on, missed. Yeah, the next closest inning to the 31 they've scored in the 8th is the 16 they've scored in the 3rd. So hands down, the 8th inning has been a surplus inning for the Braves. Looking for more of that here. 0-2 to Rosario. A swing and a miss at strike 3. A splitter got him. 3 straight pitches, and Rosario retired. By the way, Mickey Moniak has taken over in right field. So Sean Bouchard out of the game, and Moniak will go the rest of the way in right for Colorado. Well, I want to go back to something that you mentioned in Game 1, Darren, about the Rockies bullpen. It's been a bleak season for the Rockies. They're 4-25, but you said that there is one place where they're pretty solid, and that's their bullpen. Michael Harris takes a first pitch strike. And you said, look, you don't want to allow the Rockies to have a lead late in the game because their pen can get the job done.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job. A little bit of a rough start, but the last 17 games, they've been one of the best units in the league. Surprising considering this environment.
0-1 to Harris. Swung on, missed. Fastball, 101 miles an hour.
Yeah, they got a lot of big arms down there. Held opponents to a 2.4. They've had a 2.4 ERA. Held opponents to a 220 batting average over the last 17 games. So the lone bright spot when you look at this roster is this bullpen. So you don't really want to get into a game like this against them.
Only 2 hits for the Braves. Had 28 hits in the first 2 games combined. 0-2 to Harris. And he spoils that foul. At fastball 101 again. Baseball Hernandez now throwing in the Braves pen. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Rockies. 1 run on 2 hits for the Braves. 0-2 to Harris. High. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And this bullpen has not allowed a home run in over 68 innings, which is the longest streak in franchise history. It's made all that more impressive considering Coors Field's reputation.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Harris with a ground ball out to second. Amador charges. Gloves and fires, 2 down. Well, you certainly wouldn't expect that for a Rocky bullpen. And furthermore, you wouldn't expect that this season for this team.
Yeah, they had the worst starting pitching ERA in the league. And right now, I believe the worst in history if it holds up. I don't think it will. But, this bullpen's pretty stout.
2 down here in the top of the 8th. Braves down 2-1. Here's Austin Riley. And Austin swings and misses at a splitter. Halverson looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Right-hander comes set of the belt. 0-1 to Riley. He zips over a fastball at 100 for a strike. Braves have gone down 1-2-3 4 times today. And Halverson trying to make it a 5th time. Here's the 0-2 pitch from the right-hander. And Riley takes a ball just outside. One with a slider. Halverson's got impressive stuff.
He sure does. Yeah, low 90s splitter. Best off-speed pitch. They showed a slider there just to mix it up.
1-2 pitch. Ground ball out towards third and foul. One with another splitter there.
Yeah, he really likes to admire his work. When he throws those triple-digit fastballs in for a taken strike, he kind of poses on the hitter and just stares him down and admires his prowess.
See if Riley can give him something to admire here with a long one. Here's the 1-2 way outside. Missed with a fastball at 102. I can't even imagine what that looks like in the box. 102 miles an hour. Riley twitching the fingers on the handle of the bat. Awaits the 2-2. Here it comes. Good swing, but fouled it back. Slowed it down to just 100 there.
Yeah, took a little off. I've heard this, and I don't know how it makes sense, but I've heard hitters say anything over 98 looks pretty much the same, like a BB.
Count level 2-2, and the pitch on the way. Riley takes a cold third strike. Splitter in the inside corner. He goes down looking, and the Braves go down in order in the top of the 8th inning. We advance to the bottom of the 8th.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight freezing at your Lexus dealer.
City of Hope is advancing cancer care at life-saving speed with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Well, it's the bottom of the 8th here in Denver. Braves trailing 2-1. Chris Sale has finished his work for the day. 7 innings pitched, 2 earned, 10 strikeouts, 0 walks, 1 home run allowed. He was fantastic. Let's see if we can get him off the hook for the loss. On to pitch, right-hander Pierce Johnson.
Pierce making his second appearance in the series. Former Rocky. First pitch, curveball in there for a strike. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Rockies. 1 run on 2 hits for the Braves. No balls and a strike now. Right on right matchup. And the 0-1 pitch. Gonna miss low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alan Trejo hit into a double play. Also a ground out to second. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way from Pierce Johnson. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss on a curveball. It's the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if Pierce Johnson can strike out the side this inning, our contestant, Dave Lear, will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Trejo. And Pierce strikes him out. Good curveball low and outside. A good start for our contestant, Dave Lear. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. You'll also be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, backed longer. Get some good momentum going. Get a winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning, then a comeback in the 9th. How's that sound?
Fantastic.
Here's Ariel Amador, switch hitter batting left. That'll be fouled off. No balls and a strike on Amador. He's out of the Dominican Republic. This guy made his debut last year at 21 years, 59 days old. Became the 2nd youngest position player in Rockies franchise history, behind Ezequiel Tovar. They're hoping to get Tovar back sometime soon. There's a ball high, 1-1. In case you're wondering about the top of the 9th, Braves will have Ozuna, Olsen, and Albies due up. 3, 4, 5 of the order. 1-1 pitch, a strike on the inside corner. Meanwhile, Zach Agnos, a right-hander, is warming up with the Rockies, so it appears the 9th inning would be his. We have not seen Agnos in this series. One and two on Amador. 1-2 pitch. Going outside.
There's going to be some pressure on Agnos' shoulders. You know, you've only won 4 games out of 29, so these opportunities don't come around all that often for this club.
Here's Johnson looking for another strikeout. And the 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul over into the Rocky bullpen, or rather the Rocky dugout, I should say. Adael Amador 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts to right field. He bats 9th in the Rocky order. Pierce ready. And the 2-2. Check swing. They appeal. Adios, Amador. They got him on the check swing for the strikeout. And 2 down. Now we need one more strikeout to make Dave Lear a winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Only problem is the batter is Brenton Doyle. He's not an easy one to strike out. Pretty good curveball by Pierce today.
Yeah, he's got a good one today. Sleeping in his own bed. Got him feeling good.
That's right. Brenton Doyle lunges and misses at a curveball. Dave Lear, you need 2 more strikes, and you'll be our first winner of the year. Doyle with a homer and a double today. Outside of that, a pop out. 0-1 from Pierce. Outside with a curve. Wind has started to pick up a little bit out towards right center. Sky's getting a little bit more overcast. On a strike, and here it comes to Brenton Doyle from Pierce Johnson. Righty deals. Another swing and a miss at a curveball. I'm thinking one more curve might make Dave Lear a winner.
Add a little bit of suspense to this inning.
Pulling for you, Dave. 1 and 2 on Doyle. And the pitch on the way. And a fly ball to center. Michael Harris going to go back. Still back. Michael squares up to it. Almost to the warning track. And he makes the catch. Dadgummit. Dave, you're 1 strike away. We're really pulling for you. But we appreciate you playing. No winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. We go to the 9th. 2-1 Rockies. Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram for Emory Healthcare. If you're like me, you get the day going in a hurry with a lot to get done. But what if a nagging joint pain or sports injury is holding you back? Go to Emory Ortho.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new Ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa.
Home of the Braves.
Top of the 9th, the Braves' last chance. They're trailing by a score of 2-1, and they will have to produce a run off a new pitcher for the Rockies. Right-hander Zach Agnos. He's a rookie, but he's been pretty good. Pitched in 4 games this year, 5 1/3 innings pitched. Just a lone strikeout. Just a reminder of what's at stake here. Braves looking to get to 500 on the season. Rockies looking to get their 5th win of the season.
Well, offensively, This has been one of the worst days the Braves have ever had in this ballpark. Here's Marcell Ozuna. First pitch from Agnos will miss high and outside. The Braves have 1 run on 2 hits in this game. The fewest hits the Braves have ever had in a game at Coors Field is 3. That was April 7th, 2008. I bet it was cold that day. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Ozuna swings and misses. The Braves have scored 1 run 3 times in this ballpark and shut out once in this ballpark. That was in 2017, the shutout. But only 2 hits today. That's after collecting 28 in the first 2 games. 1-1 outside, 2-1. And this is the 113th game the Braves have ever played in this stadium. Hard to believe just 2 hits. Got to change that here. Running out of chances. There's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball weakly out to third. Charging now McMahon. He's got it. Zips it across, 1 down.
Agnos is another hard thrower at the back end of this bullpen. He's sitting 96, 97 today. Really sharp little cutter at 94. Also has a split and a sweeper.
Got a deep bag of tricks. By the way, I didn't anticipate a 1 for 13 for Ozuna in this series. Not in this ballpark.
Right.
He'll heat back up soon. Here's Matt Olson. Olson is 0 for 2 of the walk. And Matt with a high fly ball down the left field line, twisting towards the stands and out of play, 0-1. Well, I go back to the very first at bat of the game. Michael Harris hit one a long way to left. Coming off the bat, thought it might get out of here. It was caught at the warning track. Never would have guessed that we'd be 8 innings later talking about 1 run on 2 hits for the Braves. Matt Olson waiting on the 0-1. Pitch on the way from the right-hander. And he missed outside with a cutter. Rockies have used Dollander, Bird, Halverson, and Agnos on the mound. Their starter Dollander went 5 2/3, left the game with a blister. 1-1 pitch inside, almost got him. And a 2-1 count on Matt Olson. After Matt, it'll be Ozzie Albies. Here's the 2-1. Matt Olson hits a high fly ball to center. Under it now, Brenton Doyle. And in straightaway center field makes the catch, 2 down.
Yeah, Dollander was good. Really good. And then these 3 relievers have been even better. And I was just looking at them, watching them pitch, thinking they would look great in a Braves uniform.
Yes, definitely.
They got some nasty arms down in that bullpen.
2 up and 2 down here in the 9th. Agnos looking for the save. Right-hander with a Dick Dastardly style mustache curling up on the ends. Here's the pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. That'll be swung on and missed. Rockies in search of their 5th win in 30 tries this year. 0-1 pitch. Ozzie takes the ball low and in. If Ozzie can reach, then Eli White would come to the plate. 1-1, punched up the middle. There's a base hit. Ozzie Albies keeps the Braves alive with a single in the right center field. And that's the 3rd hit of the game for the Braves, and their first since Eli White's single back in the 5th inning. So the Braves still alive. That'll bring Eli White up to the plate. We mentioned that Eli's collected an extra base hit in 6 straight games. Boy, he could use one right here. An extra base hit in this ballpark with the speed of Albies might tie the game. First pitch to White. Swung on, miss. Once with a cutter low and away. Drake Baldwin swinging a weighted bat on deck. Got to have 1 run here in the 9th inning to keep their hopes alive. But the Braves down to their final out. Ozzie a big lead. 0-1 pitch. Outside. Count even at 1. Well, the team has done such a great job on this road trip of not panicking when they fall behind early in a game. And they've done a great job of coming back game after game. But now they've been pressed to the limit. Down to their final out. And the 1-1. White with a fly ball to right. Mickey Moniak tried again. He slows. He has got it. And the Rockies win for just the 5th time this season. They limit the Braves to 1 run. And the Braves will have to wait till another day to try to get back to 500. For the Braves in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Final score, Rockies 2, Braves 1. Back with the totals after this.
A musician with technical knowledge can play all the right notes. But one who cares enough to play from the heart gives music soul. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Everyone needs car insurance. Legally, you gotta have it. The good news is that you have a lot of choices in who to work with. Why not buy coverage from a company that invests your dollars back into your community? Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance supports grassroots efforts that strengthen communities and protect our access to locally grown food. Because they're local, they have excellent service and response.
Attention Florida homeowners, for 1 month only. Save big with Renewal by Anderson. Get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, call now and ask about our brand new ensemble entry door system. But hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com today to schedule your free design consultation. That's bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Anderson, your trusted window and door experts. Superior products, exceptional service. License number CGC 1527613.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. Friday from 6 p.m. Eastern, Garcia returns in a history-making Times Square takeover. 24 hours later, Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern, King Canelo faces undefeated Skull for the undisputed crown. May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Pick one or go all in for only $90, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Calling local business owners. Chase for Business is hosting a complimentary all-day event, The Experience Tampa, on Wednesday, May 21st at Armature Works. Join fellow Tampa business owners for a day of networking and marketing workshops while hearing from leading business experts on economic trends and tips for unlocking business growth. Plus, you can shop local vendors at the Chase for Business Marketplace. Register today for The Experience Tampa at chase.com/event Tampa. We'll see you on May 21st.
Hey, weekend warriors, how's a little trail therapy sound right now? Hop in. Let's go for a ride in the all-new Nissan Armada Pro 4X. Tune out all those work emails and turn up that twin-turbo V6 engine. Instead of letting the kids play online, show them some epic inclines. Turn your 8-person family dinner into an exhilarating off-road adventure. The all-new Nissan Armada is here. Intelligent four-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
Businesses invite you into their store to spend money so they can make a profit. This means that under the law, they have a duty to maintain a safe premises.
Whether it's a leak on the floor, bad lighting, an item falling off a shelf, or if you're attacked on the premises, it doesn't matter.
Stores have a legal duty to keep you safe on their property.
Our responsibility at Farah and Farah is to protect you when they don't.
Tampa.
There are two types of golfers, those that can hit solid golf shots wearing sunglasses and those that wish they could. Shaden Precision Eyewear is all about better vision and better golf. If you're lacking confidence to wear sunglasses while hitting golf shots, go to SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and learn why so many tour players and their caddies have switched to the Shaden brand. Use the code SPRING to get 20% off and a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's SeeBetterPlayBetter.com and the code SPRING to see the golf course like you've never seen it before.
You know
know the comforts of home are as nourishing to the soul as playing a good game, Cancer, but they can get lost when you're on the road. Step up to the plate as a host and bring everyone together to enjoy a good meal or movie. The team will leave so satisfied that you're sure to win the next time you're on the field.
ERA. Zach Agnos the save, his first, and an ERA of 0 for him. The attendance today, 29,661, and the time of today's game, 2 hours, 9 minutes. Brought to you by First Liberty Building and Loan. And if you're looking for $750,000 or more in financing to grow your business, contact First Liberty Building and Loan at firstlibertyga.com. Off day tomorrow, then we start up a 7-game homestand. We want to see at the ballpark. Be a big homestand for the Braves, Dodgers, and the Reds both coming to town. We'll tell you more about Friday night's action when we come back and close on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their snazzy jingle. Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because every time the Braves hit a homer, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignments. And free oil changes. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
You need parts? We got parts. Product availability? Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select brake pads for $10 more, or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or import direct pads for just $20. Offer in-store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with Saia LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, Saia brings nationwide customer-first service that delivers every time. Need to move shipments across the country? Saia covers all the bases, coast to coast, to keep your business running smoothly. Make Saia part of your starting lineup. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
With all the money you can save on gas when you use the Club Citgo Rewards app, you're good to go. But good to go where? Good to go fly first class?
Hot towel.
Cool. Good to go to the opera. Good to sit ringside at a boxing match. Good to go salsa dancing? Tap dancing? Or polka dancing? Download Citgo's money-saving Club Citgo app today. The easiest way to save money on fuel. Now you're good to go.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Hey, Braves fans, Finn here reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins us inside the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Rockies win this one 2-1 over the Braves. Braves will be off tomorrow, so our next broadcast will be Friday night when the Dodgers come to town. Braves and Dodgers at Truist Park in Atlanta. And our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 6 o'clock Eastern with the Ford leadoff show. And then Joe and I have the first pitch at 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central. Yoshinobu Yamamoto gets the ball for the Dodgers, I should say. Right-hander is 3-2 with a 1.06 ERA. And for the Braves, it'll be the right-hander Grant Holmes, who is 2-1 with a 4.50 ERA. So for the guys back in studio in Atlanta, that's Joe Virgin and Cullen Madden. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and a good evening from Coors Field here in Denver, Colorado. Final score, Rockies 2, Braves 1. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show getting going right now with Barrett Sallee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Safe travels back to Atlanta. Disappointing end to what was a fantastic road trip as the Braves fall 2-1 to the Rockies. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game. And it was Michael Harris, his ground out. RBI ground out scored Drake Baldwin in the third inning. It was the only time all game the Braves would crack the run column. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate. That's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show, and this is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai postgame show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Mega Millions just got an upgrade. With bigger jackpots plus better odds, $5 could win you your wildest dreams. But you'll need bigger dreams. So don't just dream of buying a new house. Dream about a house that has its own zip code. The new Mega Millions isn't just new car money. It's new helicopter money. So get ready for the new Mega Millions with bigger jackpots more often and get to dreaming bigger.
Hey Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Hey, Mike. Are you giving away your Bronco again this year?
You know it. Let me tell you how. One lucky fan could drive home Michael Harris II's custom Ford Bronco. Go to winmoneymikesbronco.com and get a link to enter for a chance to win today. This year, it was all my idea. No purchase necessary. Odds depend on entries received. Open to select legal residents of Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee, 18 or older. Rules at winmoneymikesbronco.com. Entries must be received by and sweeps ends 9/2/25. Void where prohibited.
Hey Braves fans, everyday injuries happen on and off the field, but when you're hurt on the job, it can be tough to get back in the game quickly. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. Workers' comp should cover your medical bills and lost wages, but some companies won't play fair. That's why we make them. We know the rules, your rights, and how to get you every benefit you deserve. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
We engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go.
Posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever.
Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and one unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay to store bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo regular rates apply. Xfinity Internet required. Actual speeds vary.
Right now, the Home Depot has spring deals under $20. So no matter what you're working on, the deals are blooming at the Home Depot with savings on plants, flowers, soil, and more. Then light up your outdoor space with Hampton-based string lights. Was $34.97, now only $19.99. And get the grill going with two 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal. Was $19.98, now only $17.88. Don't miss spring deals under $20 now through May 7th at the Home Depot. Subject to availability, valid on select items only.
You know what my favorite thing about Braves games are? Everything. The crowds and the food and the baseballs and the food and the cheering and the food. Kind of like how everything at Cortland's Apartments is my favorite. Hi, I'm Cordy, Cortland's spokespug, here to tell you about the awesome live and play spaces at Cortland and the amazing resident service. That's probably why they were ranked #1 apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
There's only one thing better than baseball on the radio, being there in person. Win a pair of Braves tickets during the 4 o'clock hour of Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network. All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com.
1-2 to fly ball deep right field. Hanging high, carrying back to the chop house. Look out! It's a 3-run home run.
Now Live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park, it's time for the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Yes, it is the Hyundai Postgame Show. A little disappointing here at the Dickey Broadcasting Studios at the Battery Atlanta. Why? Because the Braves fell 2-1 to the Rockies. The Braves managed only 3 hits, did not hit a home run at all. The 3 games of this series, the Braves were homerless. That didn't stop them from taking 2 of 3, but a disappointing way to wrap up the road trip out west. Let's get to the highlights, and there were a few, especially early on. First inning, little pop-up to foul territory by Brenton Doyle. Matt Olson decides to flash some leather.
1-2 pitch on the way, popped up towards right field, over by the screen, and that is going to be caught by Matt Olson. How did he reach for that and find it? Able to go into foul ground right up against the sidewall and angling back into his left through the glove out and have just enough room to glove it.
He makes those look very, very easy. No score, bottom of the second, 2-on for Sean Bouchard, who's looking to give the Rockies an early lead.
1-2 pitch, ground ball to the left side. Allen has it. He'll send it over to first base for the out. 1 down to the inning. Hunter Goodman scores, and it's now 1-0 Rockies on the ground out by Bouchard.
Top of the third, runners at second and third for Michael Harris II, and he gets the Braves on the board with a productive out of his own.
Michael Harris to the plate. First pitch to Michael, soft grounder out to second base. On the other end, Amador, he's got it, throws over to first base, but Michael ties the game with a ground out. And Michael picks up another RBI. We saw Harris with 3 RBIs yesterday. And then in game 1 of this series, 2 RBIs. So that's his 6th RBI this series and a 1-1 game here in the third.
Bottom of the frame, Brenton Doyle at the plate after Eddie Rosario made a great catch presenting Adel Amador from a single, and Doyle gives the Rockies the lead right back.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Doyle, a rocket to deep left field. Eli White going back to the warning track, spins, and it's gone. That left at turbo speed over the left field wall, and for Doyle, his 4th home run of the year. And the Rockies back out in front 2-1.
2 on, 2 out, still 2-1 Rockies. Chase Dollander is pulled from the game in the middle of a 1-0 count with an injury to his finger of his throwing hand. Jake Bird enters with 2 on, facing Ozzie Albies looking to end the threat.
Ozzie awaits the 2-2 as Bird comes set right at the belly. Runners at first and second. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Got a sinker by him, and that strikeout into the top of the 6th inning.
Chris Sale was pulled after 7 innings, the first time he's made it past the 5th inning all season. His final line, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, and 10 strikeouts. Here's how those strikeouts sounded.
1-2 to Beck and a swing and a miss. Good slider breaking in under his hands. There's his first strikeout of the game. 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 3. A slider gets McMahon. He's over his last 32. 0-2 pitch, a hack and a miss as Stallings is fanned on the slider. 3rd strikeout by Sale, 2 down to the inning. 1-2 to Beck, back to the slider, back to another swing and miss. And he gets the strikeout, his 4th of the game. Here's the 2-2 from Sale. A swing and a miss for strike 3, and McMahon is over his last 33 plate appearances. Here's the 2-2. Goodman swings and tips one in the mid for strike 3. That time a fastball from Sale is his weapon of choice. 6 strikeouts for Sale. 0-2. Made him look foolish there. A slider gets Bouchard on what might be his ugliest swing of the season at this point. The 1-2 on the way. Have a seat. Lunge and a miss and a slider for strike 3. And that's the 3rd time he struck out Jordan Beck swinging. Sale ready to bring it. And he cuts loose the 1-2. Got him swinging, strike 3. Used the slider, back-to-back strikeouts. And now that is a new Rockies franchise record for consecutive hitless at-bats. Ryan McMahon is now 0 for his last 34. That breaks a record set back in 2005 by Desi Rutherford with the longest hitless streak by a position player in franchise history. Kicks and brings a 2-2, and he blows that by him. Fastball 94, strikeout number 10 for Chris Sale. 7 very good innings.
Top of the 9th, Zach Agnos on to close it out for the Rockies. 1 on, and Eli White at the dish representing the Braves' final hope.
Ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch from Smith. Check swing, and he did go for strike 3, and Pillar's now arguing his case. He thought he held up. Dan Merzel calls him out, and that's the ball game. And we'll have a rubber game tomorrow night here in Arlington between the Braves and the Rangers. For the Braves in the ninth, no runs, no hits.
Your final from Colorado: 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Rockies. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Braves. The winning pitcher is Chase Dollander. He's 2-3 on the season. Chris Sale tagged with the loss despite a fantastic performance. He's 1-3 on the season. Zach Agnos gets the save, his first of the season and first of his career. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear sound from the clubhouse. And reminder, there's never been a better time to test drive your Honda or Hyundai than right now. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Sound from the clubhouse coming out next. It's the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Network.
Right now, the Home Depot has spring deals under $20. So what are you working on? If you're planning on cooking out this season, head to the Home Depot so you can fire up the grill with deals on charcoal. Right now, get 2 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal for only $17.88. Was $19.98. Don't miss spring deals under $20 now through May 7th at the Home Depot. Subject to availability, valid on select items only.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 48 months, or $1,750 bonus cash. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end April 30th. Call 813-867-0006 for complete offer details.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... The official ticket marketplace of...
That ball was crushed!
And...
Did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games, or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of... Let's go, Braves!
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe family makes us stronger. Pruitt Health has served families and communities throughout the Southeast for more than 50 years. If you're looking for skilled nursing, home health, or hospice care, count on our caregivers to provide the personalized plan your loved one needs. Learn more, visit PruittHealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping across Braves country. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is your go-to car wash destination for a game day ready ride. Experience Major League Clean at Tidal Wave, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves. Stay clean car happy all season long with membership discounts, exclusive giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy